Even though it's 2 weeks from Thanksgiving, every week we are thankful for our listening audience and our viewing audience or any way of consuming audience to the Our Town program. You can hear it each and every Thursday morning on 94.9 and 99.1 The River. My name is Darren Swinson, and the program is sponsored by Decorah Bank and Trust. Plenty of young people are showing off their talents this weekend in the area. We will preview the Waukon High School musical coming up this weekend with Mary Poppins. We'll also preview the Decorah High School variety show coming up this weekend, and the Wolfpack Theater Group in Waukon putting on Mean Girls this weekend. We'll preview all of those shows with some performers in each and every one of those shows in interviews this morning. Coming up tomorrow, the Decorah Parks and Recreation winter brochure gets released. We'll preview the Parks and Recreation winter season with Blake Moen. And we will kick off the show this morning. A lot of things going on as usual with Veterans Memorial Hospital, the Christmas Fantasy starting this weekend, and plenty of other things going on at Veterans Memorial Hospital. We'll talk to Erin at Berns to start the show next. This is Our Town. It's brought to you by Decorah Bank and Trust, and you're listening to it on 94.9 and 99.1 The River. With us now is Erin Berns. She is with Veterans Memorial Hospital in Waukon. A lot of things going on with Veterans Memorial Hospital. But first things first, coming up this weekend, it is the 33rd annual Christmas Fantasy, courtesy of the Veterans Memorial Hospital Healthcare Foundation. And Erin, always a great event, always a fun event, and a little bit of a classic event with this event and some new things going on this weekend, from what I understand.
That's right. Yeah, classic event. 33 years ago, Bud and Marge Strike started this event. They were part of our foundation. So we always are just thankful that they're still a part of it after all these years. So we will open up on Friday night, actually, the fantasy with our Tingle and Mingle happy hour event. So that goes on from 5 to 8 p.m. And tickets are on sale for that now. They're available at all the local banks, also at our hospital, at our walk-on clinic, and our Postville clinic. They're just $20 in advance and $25 at the door. But that event is for that dollar amount. We have all the food you can eat, lots of hors d'oeuvres, and 2 free drink tickets with that as well. Anybody can go through and see all the decorations. We'll have almost 60 decorated Christmas trees this year. So we're thrilled with those numbers.
And you got a theme for this year's event,
We
and you
sure
got the
do.
visual aids to back it up, too.
Definitely do. Gnome for the holidays. So always a fun theme that our foundation chooses every year. So I think we'll see a lot of gnomes this year.
And just to remind people, where is this event located?
It is at the Almaquis Fairgrounds Pavilion. So right here in Waukon on our fairgrounds.
And what other events are connected to the Christmas fantasy? I know it's going to be going on through next Monday. Tell us all of the events connected to it.
Okay, sounds great. So after Friday night's Tingle and Mingle half hour event with all the good hors d'oeuvres and drinks, we'll actually go then to a wine, cheese, and dessert event on Saturday night, which actually I'm happy to say is sold out. So we
Okay.
do have all the reservations possible for that. So the next event after that would be on Sunday, which is Brunch with Santa, and that is a brand new event for us this year. Brunch is going to happen from 9 a.m. until noon, and we're asking people to call ahead and make a reservation at 568-4177 and make a reservation for to come the 9 o'clock hour, the 10 o'clock hour, or the 11 o'clock hour. And we'll have a full brunch served of ham and eggs and cheesy potatoes, fruit, French toast sticks, cinnamon rolls, and drinks. So actually, we're also going to have a cash mimosa or Bloody Mary bar available as well for that event.
And then more events taking place on Monday related to this, correct?
There sure is. On Monday, then, is when we have our luncheon. So the luncheon is a full lunch catered by BE Catered. And that one's actually sponsored by the Cattlemen. Our brunch is sponsored by Almaquis Pork Producers. So we're happy to have those sponsors as well. But at the luncheon, people are welcome to come early, see all the trees, and sit down then for a seated lunch among the trees. So it's beautiful.
And this event's been going on 33 years, and that doesn't happen without a lot of people being involved. What has given this event its staying power in your mind?
Well, thank goodness, a fantastic foundation that we have here for the hospital. They're creative, as you can see, they come up with all these great themes every year. They make it fun, but it's all these people that participate. People bring in all their collections from home. Like I said, we'll have about 60 Christmas trees that'll be all decorated. On top of that, we'll have over 100 silent auction items. So the outpouring of support from the community from this event is absolutely incredible. So that's what keeps it going. It's probably one of the longest standing regular Christmas events anywhere. So we're happy for that.
And it's taking place this weekend at the Fairgrounds Pavilion, and other things related to Veterans Memorial Hospital. November National Home Care Month, and Veterans Memorial Hospital Community and Home Care is offering or that they are something that offers a service to quite a few people in your area, from what I understand.
They definitely are. So many services. And we're connected with Almaquee Public Health as well. So that's all part of our department. So they are doing all the flu shots as well right now and very busy with those. And they actually added another walk-in flu shot clinic for next Wednesday. So just to mention that on the 20th. So anybody's welcome to walk in between 9 and 11:30.
And one thing to keep in mind, there's a deadline approaching to sign up for Medicare drug plans for 2025. What do you folks need to know, and how can the folks at Veterans Memorial Hospital help out?
We have these great SHIP representatives right here, that Senior Health Insurance Information Program. And we have both Nancy and Jim. We just ask people to call the hospital at 568-3411 to make an appointment to meet with them. So anybody can review their Medicare plan and be sure that that drug plan is going to be the best one for them in 2025. And they only have until December 7th to do that and get the papers entered. So very important thing to do. It's a completely free and confidential service.
And another event taking place later this month, a week from today, as this will air, the Great American Smokeout. Obviously, nicotine addiction is something that once it gets a hold of you, it's tough to break the habit, but it's possible to break that habit. And it's a great day to start next week. Tell us about the Great American Smokeout.
Very good. Well, that's the national date. So next Thursday, November 21st. And our respiratory therapist here, Connor Meyer, is great to help people with that. She actually has some little starter kits and support kits for people. So they're welcome to give her a call and she can meet with them and hand out these kits and really work on that. And just to try to save some of these over 400,000 lives a year that do end due to smoking and even secondhand smoke. So every year we try to support this event.
Anything we're missing? Obviously, there's plenty going on over these next
There's a
few
lot.
weeks.
Yeah.
There is a lot of things going on, but anything else you want to pass on, as long as you got the forum?
Okay, well, thank you. Just a couple more things on Christmas fantasy because it is such an involved weekend here, Darren. You don't have to come just to one of these events to see this amazing display of trees and all the silent auctions and the great entertainment. We have so many local people that come in to entertain throughout the weekend. We're also just open to the public, just as general viewing. So that would be Saturday from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. So if you're downtown Waukon shopping, make that part of your stop as well. A little bit of fun entertainment and get you into your holiday spirit. So Saturday, 10 to 2, just come to the main doors. Again, on Sunday, even though the brunch is going on, we welcome people to come in. If they don't want to have the brunch, they can just view the trees and just see what everything is all about and enjoy some cookies and cider. That's going to be from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. on Sunday. And again on Monday from 2 p.m. following the luncheon until 6 p.m. Just $5 at the door, only just a couple dollars for kids under 12, and preschoolers are free. So we welcome anybody just to breeze through, and they're going to be able to enjoy treats and cider during all those showings. And we will end on Monday night at 6 p.m. with our silent auction. So anybody can return anytime throughout the weekend and raise their bids if they want to check on something that they really have a strong interest in.
All right, Erin, we appreciate you taking some time to tell us about the Christmas fantasy coming up this weekend and all the other great things going on at Veterans Memorial Hospital. Thank you for the time, and thank you and everybody at Veterans Memorial Hospital for what they do for our community.
Well, thank you so much. We're very thankful for our foundation too. Thank you.
Erin Berns from Veterans Memorial Hospital. So many things, so little time, but hopefully we covered them all. As always, there's a lot of things going on in the Decorah Parks and Recreation Department. And when we need an update on the Parks and Recreation Department, we bring in our buddy, our friend, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Blake Moen. And Blake, it's that time of year, the winter brochure coming out here in the not too distant future.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Darren. We're really excited for some of the offerings we have upcoming this winter. And I before we dive into winter, I do want to kind of recap our fall programs just a
Okay.
touch. Man, our fall was a great turnout for like football, for volleyball. A lot of volunteers went into that. And then our annual Touch a Truck program was great success. And really appreciates the volunteers, but then also the local businesses that sponsored and participated in those programs. So fall went really well. And like you said, Darren, now we're on to winter. So our our winter brochure comes out on this Friday, November 15th. 8 a.m. is when registration officially begins. So parents can go and see what the offerings are that we have this year. A lot of it is very similar to what we've had in years past. Some programs are larger than others. However, it's kind of a combination of some of our one-day programs as well as our week-to-week programs. And other information too about our departments. For example, I know one thing that parents that maybe are looking at graduation parties in May or reunions and what have you for next summer, we do have our picnic shelter and whaling cabin reservations open up on Thursday, January 2nd at 8 a.m. I know that's a big day. That seems like a kind of a borderline holiday for people to kind of circle to get their whaling cabin reservations. So I did want to highlight that as well. But other than that, Darren, yeah, a lot going on, a lot of different programming, but we're excited for it.
And how busy is your winter? Because normally, when a lot of people think recreation activities, you think outdoor activities. Obviously, Mother Nature creates some challenges with that, but there's plenty to do even outdoors in our neck of the woods. Really, 12 months out of the year, right?
Absolutely. And I think one of the things that attributes to that, Darren, is our relationship with Decorah Schools and Luther College, which we're really grateful for because we can do a lot of our outdoor program, but also indoors. For example, we will be having the New Year's Eve bash again this year. We're excited to bring that back. It'll be at Luther. It'll look a little different just because obviously Luther has their exciting renovations that are going on right now. So there might be some parts of the gym and or parts of the building itself that will be blocked off. However, we're looking forward to working with them on that. We're also blessed to be working with Kingpin to offer middle school bowling. We're blessed to be working with Decorah Schools to be offering our other basketball programs like Biddy Basketball, Open Gym, what have you there. And not only that, Darren, but you mentioned some of the outdoor programming too. We have a after school program called Outdoor Adventures, which will be aimed for kiddos doing different outdoor activities. We have other programs like our reindeer workshop that we'll be doing around Christmas time. It is an opportunity for community members to sign up to build wood reindeers and then take home to have on display, maybe around your tree or on your front porch and what have you as well. And then obviously one thing I'm really hoping that we have better weather for, Darren, is our ice skating rink. Last year we were only open for 1 week because it was just temperatures, and it takes a lot of time to get the ice to a certain degree that's healthy and safe for people to skate on. But I'm really hoping that the ice rink will have a better season this year from a weather standpoint. And so again, just some of the things that are highlighted, but a lot on the docket.
And how do you make sure that the programming sustains from year to year? And how do you go about perhaps adding new things to the docket? What's that process like?
Yeah, honestly, I give, Mallory and I do, we kind of try to treat it a little bit like a science where you do have to kind of dive in and look at the numbers of registration. You also have to look at the numbers of folks that are running the programs because Mallory and I's role, we are obviously happy to step in and fill in for any programs, but we can't run the reindeer workshop, the turkey trot, the New Year's Eve bash, the ice rink. I mean, we can't run those ourselves, so we need staff, but we also need volunteers. And so one of the things, Darren, we look at is not only numbers in those programs, but also what staff do we have? What passionate maybe community members that are wanting to work for us and help assist with Biddy basketball or what program may be. So as long as we have the staff and the interest, we're going to do everything we can to offer.
And if folks are interested in volunteering or helping out with any parks and recreation program, how do they do so?
Yeah, so they can call our office or email our office anytime. We do have office hours, but Mallory and I are constantly checking emails, taking phone calls and whatnot. Just to give a couple examples, this past fall, the Decorah football team, who had a great group of guys, they once again volunteered their time to coach our flag football teams. This past fall, we also had a number of parents that volunteered to run our volleyball program as well, which was excellent. And again, what that process looked like was those parents reaching out to us, wanting to volunteer their time for that said program. And then we met with them to fit the needs of what they were looking for, but also what we want in a Decorah Park Rec program. And then we kind of give them the keys to let them run it. So it's worked out really well, Darren. Mallory and I like to meet with people that are interested in running those. And if anyone is ever interested in helping out or being just an extra hand at basketball or whatever it is, feel free to reach out. We would love your help.
I'm guessing online registration still a possibility.
Yep. So online registration will be available at 8 a.m. on Friday. That will run through the deadlines of every program that we have said. Otherwise, you're more welcome to stop in our office as well. We are open from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. as well. And one note I will make on the registration piece too is that life is busy, things happen. If you get past the deadline and you realize, shoot, I forgot to sign up for Biddy basketball or whatever program it is, don't be afraid to reach out to us. We love numbers. We love having kids signed up. So I think it's really important for parents to know that even if you miss a deadline, reach out to us and we'll make it work to get them in. So
fortunately, in the Moen house, Sarah's on top of things all the time. So your boys will never be late for anything, right?
Right. I'm pretty hands off, Darren. You know, it's kind of ironic that my job is this, but I'm hands off in our family. So that's okay. I know.
And of course, Thanksgiving coming up in a couple of weeks. You got a little turkey trot action going on that weekend, right?
Yeah, no, we're really excited to have this once again. Our turkey trot is our annual 5K 1 mile race that's kind of on your own. The way we design it, Darren, is that we will set up the course that it will be available for folks that Wednesday before Thanksgiving through Sunday, and it'll be at the Decorah Community Prairie. Out there, we will have signage that will point you in the right direction for when to turn here, when to turn there. And as I said, there will be a 3.1 mile course and then a 1 mile course as well. It's on your own. So come anytime, bring family members, bring your dog to walk, if you have family members visiting from out of town, if you are hosting Thanksgiving, looking for something to do, that course is going to be open for anyone during that time period. Like I said, of that Wednesday through Sunday of Thanksgiving. But I think it's a great opportunity not only to maybe work off some extra calories that you have after Thanksgiving, but also just a nice, fun fellowship recreation thing to do with family as well.
And can you take some selfies and maybe win some prizes this year again?
You bet. Yeah. So what we've done is, and big shout out to Culver's. They help us. They help sponsor this program. So they give us some gift cards that we then use as prizes. What we tell folks is that whether you're running, walking, what have you, if you want to take a picture of yourself at the prairie next to one of the signs, you can email that to our office. That'll be entered into a drawing, and then we will draw winners to get a Culver's gift card. So, what better dessert than after your Thanksgiving meal and after a walk? So,
anything we're missing? Anything else you want to pass on? As long as you got the forum this morning.
Yeah, I again just want to thank everyone from the fall for their volunteer. For again everything from flag football to volleyball, touch a truck. We had more local businesses this year at Touch a Truck participate, and that's everyone from school to local businesses to trucks in general to places from out of town that called us as well. So this year was the most vehicles we had on site, and we were really pleased. Again, that's nothing that we do. That's local businesses reaching out and being willing to come. So I do appreciate everyone that participated in Touch Truck as well. But otherwise, yeah, as I said, don't ever hesitate. Parents, community members, reach out to our office. We are all ears for new program options and new things. I think you'll be excited with what's offering on the 15th, and we're looking forward to just kicking off winter.
All right. Always a fun time, always a busy time, but always a great time talking Decorah Parks and Recreation and all the things they do for our community. Blake, appreciate the time as always. Let's enjoy winter.
You bet. No, thanks, Darren. Appreciate the support as well. Thank you.
Blake Moen from the Decorah Parks and Recreation Department. The winter brochure out Friday morning. Sign up begins 8 a.m. Friday morning. This weekend, the Wolfpack Theater Group is back to their fun as they will be putting on Mean Girls this weekend. As you can tell, a cast of, I was going to say a cast of thousands, but I think we've got 7 of you right here. Let's, before we get going, why don't you all introduce yourself and tell us what role you will be playing this weekend?
I'm Tyler. I'm playing Damien.
I'm Abby. I'm playing Katie.
I'm Iffy. I'm playing Kelly G.
I'm Annie. I'm playing Janice. I'm Addison. I'm playing Miss Norberry.
My name is Erin, and I play the role of Karen.
My name is Caden, and I am playing Mr. Duvall.
All right. Tell us about, let's start with you there. Let's go with Abby. You spoke up loudest there. And you're an experienced person in this group. Tell us about Mean Girls. How'd you decide this was the presentation you wanted to make?
So technically, Adam usually makes the calls for what musical we do. And we, as a cast, during Legally Blonde, we kind of talked about the different musicals. And we also had kind of a countdown. And then this is kind of the one that had the most feedback to do for this fall.
And let's go with you, Tyler. What's been fun about putting this show together?
I think mostly meeting new people, meeting everyone, get to know everyone else's different personalities, just coming to practice, doing our stuff, the fun dancing. Like we'll dance before practice, after practice, we'll have a little fun. It's really just about the fun, like getting to know each other, hanging out.
Absolutely, yes.
And since you're I'm going to ask you all, since you dance before practice, after practice, and during practice, who's the best dancer of this group? Raise your hand. I believe we call that a landslide, a mandate, and a unanimous vote there, Tyler. Izzy, let's go with you. How long? How much work do you put in? How long have you been working towards this ultimate presentation this weekend?
A couple months now. We have been working at this. We usually have had 3 practices a week up until the last couple of weeks of show where we have practice every single day. They usually run from about 6 o'clock to 8 or 9.
A little longer than that.
A little longer than that now.
9, 9:30, 10. Kind of depends on what we're working on.
But we've put a lot of work into the show and our performance.
And Addison, we'll go with you. What's been fun for you putting this all together? What made Mean Girls a fun presentation to be a part of?
Well, my favorite part's probably the dancing, or maybe probably getting to know everyone else. They're really fun to hang out with, and I would say that's probably the best part is getting to know everyone.
All right, Annie, from what I understand, the pre-sales are sold out this weekend, but there's still some tickets available, but you better darn well act fast, right?
Yep. So all of our pre-sales, our online tickets, are sold out. So if you still want to see the show, we recommend that you message Adam Hooten on Facebook first, just to make sure that we have a chair set up for you. Otherwise, we will have a few walk-ins available, but they are very limited because the building is a bit small. So we got to make sure that everyone is, it's all safe and everyone has space.
We haven't talked to Caden or Erin in the back row yet. Caden, when will this show take place? What time is the shows? Where is the shows going to be taking place this weekend?
It'll be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7:30 each day. So I'd usually get there around maybe 7, I'd say, and get a good seat, maybe get some popcorn or something. So.
And Erin, we'll go with you just to make sure everyone has a chance to show off their skills here in this interview. Erin, give us a sales pitch. Why should people go see Mean Girls this weekend? How much fun are people going to have?
I think that everyone will have an amazing time at Mean Girls. I mean, there's a funny part for everyone. There's adult jokes, there's kid jokes, some slide jokes. It's definitely a fun show for everyone. Even if you've never seen it before, it's still going to be fun and amazing. And you get to meet all of our wonderful cast. So I would definitely go.
And I guess for anybody, how many people overall are involved in this cast?
30. We have 30 people.
Wow, that's amazing that you all come together and put it out this weekend.
31 counting Adam.
All right, we'll put the asterisk by that. His camera work on this interview has been incredible. I'll have to say that end of things. And before I let you all go, I mean, Tyler, everyone says you're a good dancer. Let's show off the skills right now. Get up, show it off.
Gonna drop a beat.
Gotta give him a second.
Censored. Yeah.
Censored?
They'll see it.
Oh God.
Exactly. They will see this.
Look.
I'll do like one of my moves I'm doing in the musical.
Yes.
Because then you all
Just
know.
a little preview.
We called it. There we go. Pardon me while I stand and applaud. That was incredible. That is just a peek of what you will see this weekend when you head to the Wolfpack Theater Group's presentation of Mean Girls this weekend. Thank you all for joining us for this interview. I know you always put on a great show. Adam organizes you very well, and I know it's going to be fun this weekend and Waukon. Have fun, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, the Wolfpack Theater Group this weekend, Mean Girls, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7:30. This weekend is the Decorah High School annual variety show, and a couple of the performers in the variety show, Eliana Brodbeck and Davis Coppola, joining us to tell us all about it. And Eliana, we'll start with you. Tell us about the presentation. What's it titled? What's it all about?
So the show is called Those Meddling Kids. It's a play on pretty much Scooby-Doo, like the cartoon show, the original 60s one. And so one of the issues we encountered quickly was, copyright with Hanna-Barbera owning it as a property. And so to stay away from Scooby-Doo in the title, that's where we got Those Meddling Kids. It's a catchphrase you hear usually at the end with, the villain like, oh, I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling kids. And so we used that for the title, and we kind of combined two ideas this year. So it's Scooby-Doo, but we're actually going to the Paris Olympics. So you got kind of a play on words there with metal and metal.
Oh, very good idea. And Davis, from what I understand, you two are a part of the team that came up with the script for this show. Discuss that process. How did it all come together with all of your unique ideas?
Yeah, so we have at Decorah a really good group of really creative people. And the variety show is a great chance to express that. So we took, the core group of the five, but also we had, there were probably 15 other people who were all, we sat in this room right here and we discussed, how's it all going to work? How are we going to fit in the different acts and all the different plots and how that's all going to come together. It was a lot of fun. We, meet before school and talk over, how do we write this scene? What do we want to convey here? How, like I said, certain acts fit or don't fit very well in certain places. So we have 18 acts all together. So trying to tie those all in can be a little bit of a challenge, but we're pretty happy with the way it turned out.
And Eliana, you were a part of that team as well. How fun was that putting that all together?
It was pretty fun. The group had a lot of energy together, which we were fortunate. A lot of us are in the same friend group, and so we know each other really well. So the energy was already there in the beginning. So it was a lot of fun, a lot of buzz for like, oh, we could do this in this scene and this. And so if you looked at our notes, it's a miracle how we got this full show from our chicken scratch notes. There were so many ideas running around, but it was a lot of fun seeing everyone's ideas and trying to figure out like, how do we make a really sad song fit into a show that has a talking dog,
And I'd imagine that was a challenge, but as usual, Decorah kids rise to that challenge. Davis, from the start of the writing of the script to now, how much time have you guys put into making everything a reality coming up this weekend?
It time, especially over the last week was week, which is where we do full rehearsals, work with all the sound systems and the lights. So for the last couple of weeks, it's been 2 or 3 hours a night. But we had write the script for an hour or two. We would meet after school a couple of days a week. So it's been a lot. Honestly, it seemed like it's gone pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's been fun all the time. It hasn't felt like a slog or a chore or anything. It's been really fun. Like we have a lot of really fun people in it who keep things light. So it's been a lot of fun.
And Eliana, how many people are involved overall, from the tech crew to the performers to the folks that wrote the script? How many people are involved in this variety show?
So, as a rough number, there is over 100 students
Wow.
involved. As of like the core actors and stuff, there's five of us from, it's called the Shooby Gang because copyright again, but we are the Shooby Doo Gang. And then there's five announcers who are Olympic announcers who are involved. And then we have maybe 15 people who are kind of swing players. They do little roles in between to help fill the story in. And then, of course, there's our amazing tech crew. We have a lot of people this year, which worked great. We have our main stage manager, Carmen Bakken, and then Nate Rhodes is our assistant stage manager. So altogether, though, there's over 100 kids involved and five directors, counting Carmen, and then six if you count Nate, plus all the in between. A lot of people are doing dual roles on this.
Kind of incredible how that all comes together. Davis,
Yeah.
tell us about the schedule coming up this weekend. When will this show be presented, and how can people get tickets?
Yeah, so if you want to get tickets, there are shows on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Tomorrow we're gonna do two previews for the St. Ben's and the middle school and Carrie Lee kids. So if you just go to decorahschools.ludus.com, Ludus, you're gonna be able to get tickets for any of those three shows. And they are at 7:30 Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is when those take place.
Eliana, anything we're missing? Anything else you want to pass on about the show coming up this weekend?
Um, not not anything else. We got pretty much everything, but it's been awesome. We're super proud of everyone. I mean, it's amazing. Everyone's able to be involved. We have most kids are involved in, a sport plus something else, another theater thing, activities plus homework. It's a miracle we've been able to pull this whole thing together, but it's been so much fun and it just goes to show what a great drama department we have here at Decorah High School.
Mm-hmm.
And it
And
just go ahead, Davis. Sorry,
well,
sorry, I interrupted.
we have such a talented group of people
Mhm.
that the acts themselves are all really cool.
Yeah.
We have some solos, we have piano, we have bands, we have our drum line plays. There's some dance ensembles. There's funny songs, there's sad songs, there's exciting songs, there's some rock and roll. So there's something for everybody.
Mhm.
So I really encourage anybody listening or watching, come check it out. There's something for everybody. It's a really fun experience, I
On top
promise.
of that, it is also a kids show, so any ages are welcome. It's super fun. So definitely bring the whole family if you're going to come watch it.
And I'll have you do some improv now. I'll start with you, Eliana, and then go to Davis. 30-second commercial. Invite people to come to the show this weekend. Coming your way in 3, 2, 1.
What am I supposed to say? Oh my
Yeah.
God. I don't even know how you open that. What um
Well, it's a really fun show. It's for the whole family. There are lots of acts for lots of different people. We have a really talented cast and crew. Oh, our lights went off. Um, One second, I'm gonna go fix that.
All
the
right.
variety show's super fun. Definitely come watch it. It's called Those Meddling Kids. show for everyone.
All right. And sometimes you got to go with the flow, as you just saw there with the lights going out in the building. But nonetheless, we appreciate Davis and Eliana joining us to tell us all about the variety show coming up this weekend. Decorah kids always do amazing things. You're involved in like 86 things going on, and that's just this week. But you guys all put it together and entertain the community in a very good way. Thanks for taking the time and break a leg this weekend.
For sure. Thank you very much,
sir. Thank you so much.
Davis Coppola and Eliana Broadbeck, they're a part of the variety show, Those Meddling Kids, Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night at the Decorah High School Auditorium. Coming up this weekend, it's the Waukon High School Fall Production. Mary Poppins will be taking place this weekend, and got 5 people involved in the show. Sarah Bieber is one of the directors, also Sarah Hagen, Molly Peak, Dakota Bechtel, and Sophia Palmersheim. And Sarah, we'll start with you. How do you go about choosing the production that you put on in the fall?
We actually try to choose it in the spring, late spring, May. We take a survey of students that are interested in doing the musical in the fall, and we see what kind of talent and what kind of numbers we have, vocal parts, sopranos, altos, tenors, basses, and we try to choose a musical that is best fit for our students in the fall.
All right, and so Sarah, we'll go to you. How many people are involved in this production overall?
Well, on stage, we've got 40 kids.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of kids, 6 through 12. So there's a lot of different ages. Then we've got a tech crew backstage, and then a lighting crew and sound crew. And then we have the pit band. So I'm saying overall 55 or so.
50 to 60 kids probably involved in the whole show.
Yeah.
Great number. Molly Peak is with us. Molly, obviously, the folks watching the video can see you've got one of the star roles with Mary Poppins. How rewarding is it for you being involved in something like this, and how active, how many opportunities have you had to participate in these productions?
Being in the Waukon High School Theater Department has been a very rewarding experience to me. This is my senior year, and it's my 5th musical.
Wow.
And being able to be in the lead and have so many other younger kids in the cast that I hopefully can inspire to continue with theater is just, it's really special and near and dear to my heart, especially as I plan to pursue theater in the future. I've loved every minute of being on stage here at Waukon.
And Dakota Bechtel, what's the best part of being a part of this production in your mind?
I would say the best part is the people that I work with and the people that an entire ensemble and working with everyone throughout the practice days.
And Sophia, you mentioned that the production is chosen in the spring, and then you get ready for it here in the fall. How much time, effort, how long have you been working to make this production a reality beginning this weekend?
August.
We started at August, and then this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is the production. So
that's 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
Yep.
And Sarah, since you answered, I'll let you go on that end of things. How often do you practice? How long do you practice? How many times a week? Everything like that.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, every week since September 1st. We have had rehearsals from about 6 o'clock to 8:30 p.m. And then every Saturday since September, we have either had choreography rehearsals. We've learned choreography with our choreographer, David Mendez. And we have also had set painting and set construction back to back every Saturday since September.
Wow, a lot of things going on there. And Sarah, just the process of putting all of this together, how does it all come together? How much cooperation, how much effort does it take to make sure everybody is on the same page so you can put on the best show possible coming up this weekend?
It's a secret. It's magic.
Okay.
But yeah, in reality, it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of people, a lot of time and effort, a lot of volunteers. We have a lot of parent volunteers that have been helping us out, that will help us out on the show nights as well. Community members who came in and helped build set. I mean, we can't do what we do without people who volunteer.
We have an entire acknowledgement page on the back of our Playbill programs that is a thank you to so many people and more that have helped us with all kinds of things, from sets to costuming to props to we went to go see Mary Poppins last weekend in Prairie du Chien, and the director of that show said, come back tomorrow when we take the set apart and take whatever you want. So it's just been a conglomeration of so many people that are just willing to help the students make an amazing show.
And great to have that community support and that community operation or community cooperation, I should say. Molly, what's the schedule for the shows coming up this weekend?
So our first show opening night is going to be Thursday, November 14th. And then we'll have shows the 15th and 16th as well. So for us, it's a lot of getting here early and getting our hair and makeup and everything ready and lots of prep backstage, but it all makes for a great show in the end.
And Dakota, for those interested in coming, how do they purchase tickets? How can they go come and see you guys put on the great show that you're going to put on this weekend?
So they can either order tickets online at lose.com, and I believe we still have some tickets in person you can buy at the door.
We have sold the most tickets of any show since Wizard of Oz, which was just several years ago, but we have sold over 200 tickets each night so far. So about over 600 tickets we have sold so far for all three shows. And we do have tickets available at the door, but usually what happens, it's Waukon, Iowa, and everybody decides to do what they're going to do at the last minute. So we do encourage people to get here right at 6 o'clock to get the best seats available before the show starts at 7 if they have not purchased their tickets online.
And Sophia, I'll wrap it up with you. Why should people come and come this weekend and see you guys do what you do?
Because it's a great magical show and a lot of stuff like magic scenes, park scenes, and a lot of other scenes are happening, and it's a really fun play to put on.
It's very fun for the kids. We just had our matinee today for East Elementary, West Elementary, the middle school, and we showed them the most fun and magical scenes that happen, and you would not believe the laughter that was roaring through our auditorium and the excitement that was in these seats for this show. It's just so family friendly. Anyone can enjoy it, and from what I've heard from the adult community is that was my favorite musical or that was my favorite movie growing up. So we really encourage anyone, students, adults, grandmas, grandpas, uncles and aunts, neighbors, families and friends, and bring your kids to this absolutely wonderful production that the high school kids are putting on.
And obviously you guys have put in the time, you put in the effort, you have the community support, and matinee went well this afternoon, and it's going to be even better coming up this weekend. Thanks for you guys for taking the time. Best of luck with the production this weekend. I believe I can say break a leg in this situation, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Alrighty. Mary Poppins coming up this weekend at Waukon High School, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the high school auditorium. A Mungatuck to the guest on the program this morning, Erin Berns from Veterans Memorial Hospital, the Veterans Memorial Hospital Foundation's Christmas Fantasy taking place beginning this weekend at the Alameda County Fairgrounds Pavilion. Plenty of other things going on at Veterans Memorial Hospital as well. Always fun catching up with Blake Moen from the Decorah Parks and Recreation Department. Blake will join us and tell us about everything going on with the winter brochure release coming out tomorrow. And also, best of luck and break a leg to all of the young people performing this weekend. The Wolfpack Theater Group putting on Mean Girls this weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. The Decorah High School variety show Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. And the Waukon High School musical Mary Poppins taking place Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Great opportunity for many people to come out and support young people and watch them show off their talents this weekend in our area. Don't forget, we always put these shows on YouTube. You're busy. A lot of things going on. We're 2 weeks from Thanksgiving. We'll be busy with the holiday season, shopping, parties, events to get the kids to, everything like that. So much going on. We realize you can't always be near a radio or a smart speaker or a streaming device at Thursday morning at 9 o'clock. But I think this morning was more proof. We get to talk to interesting people about interesting things, and we want to bring you those conversations on your schedule. Go to 11-14 Our Town program if you're out looking at cat videos or anything else on YouTube. That's a great way to search our program. We also put these links up on all of our LA Communications Facebook pages. Number one job we have is connecting with our communities, and we do that to the best of our ability here at LA Communications. And this is one way we try to do that to the best of our abilities. Thanks to our sponsor, Decorah Bank and Trust. Thanks to our guest, and we thank you. That's right, you, for tuning in, for logging on, or for watching Our Town on 94.9 and 99.1 The River.